Greetings, Minecrafters. Nonsanity here. Welcome to episode 13 of my Resonant Rise Let's Play. And I am doing a little bit of demolition, using my calculator's grenade launching function, which every calculator should have. Now, basically, this is the first of the bandit villages I found, and I've decided that this is where I want to live. So I'm getting rid of... There, got rid of it. Getting rid of the bandit village. And this is actually working out pretty well. I mean, it looks like it has a cobble underlying portion to it here, so... while the surface will be a little bit rough when I'm done, I think it'll be fairly clean. So, yeah. Let's get rid of that while I'm here. This is a fun way to demolish, I must admit. And the calculator does run out of power. It was just getting charged before because it was within range of my wireless charger in the base, so it was always being charged back up again. So yeah, this is the remains of the bandit village. And I'm going to smooth that over and maybe make it look natural to some extent, because this part of the cliff, coming out here to this peak, this is where I want to build my base. Sticking off the end, probably out here with a foot coming up from this spire so that the whole thing sticks off the side here. That is the general idea. And this asymmetrical pile here I'm just going to ignore. But yeah, this will be the base. So it'll be overlooking the ocean, with landscape here behind me, which I will clean up. Okay, gang, you gotta see this. I was busy terraforming that plateau, and I ran out of the hardened dirt. Is that what it's called? Hardened... yeah, hardened dirt. And there didn't seem to be any way to craft more. Instead of trying to rip up... what's that? Reward bags. Instead of trying to rip up more of those things in the overworld, I thought, alright, we've got Dimlets. I've got the canyon Dimlet. I'll just terrain normal canyon Dimlet, let the rest be random, and give that a try. So I made this. I powered it up, and it's still powered. And I set my teleporter here to go to the canyon world. I've got my key so I can get back. Let's head on over. It didn't come out the way I expected. Yeah. Look at this. This is sanguinite from metallurgy. Just like the yellowite world, I'm in a pit of sanguinite. And when I flew up to see what the rest of the world was like, it's a checkerboard of sanguinite bits. That is just crazy. So that didn't work out as well, so I'm going to try it again. Now, supposedly, you can just add a number, to the Dimlets thing. Let's go ahead and try and process it. Why not? Make sure that's going through. It does. Okay. So let's get a number. Some number I've got the most of. Digit 0. Sure. So we'll take it out of here. Put it back in here. Extract. Add the digit. Store. Extract. Canyon 2 store. Okay. Pop that in there. Let it power up. Okay. And what's the idea on that one? 13. So I did change it. It's a new world. Let's go over here and change my monitor to 13. It's a canyon. It's powering up. All right. This is set to... No, it's not set to canyon 2. Interrupt. Set it to canyon 2. Got my key. Let's go. See if this one's any better. We're going there together. Let's take a look. Yes. All right. I got what I needed. And those holes weren't really there. All right, good. I can get all the hardened dirt I need now. Ooh. And look. It spawned another one of these here. Oh, this one's got towers. And a windmill. And a, water wheel thing. I didn't know you could do that. I like that. That's cool looking. This is just a regular villager. Wow. Let's look around here. Nice place you got, fellas. Look at all this. Got a kitchen. Little garden. Dining room. Library. Is there stairs or something? You've got paintings. There is a second floor. I don't know how you normally get up to it. I didn't see any stairs or ladder. Oh, stairs over here? Oh, there's stairs in the back. Big bedroom. Oh, and we've got treasure. Might as well take that. Lesser ring of Ender disjunction. Splinches nearby Enderman. I'll take it. Damaged circuit. More dimlets. I'll always take dimlets. More dimlets. Rainbow glasses. That'll be handy. All the guys are in here. More rainbow glasses. I can offer some up in the trader chest. And we got a... All right. There's a sign. For I'm about to sin. Oh, okay, this is a... That's so you kneel, I guess. Oh, what's this? Timeout corner. Okay. Very detailed here. I sort of like it. Cracked stone bricks. That creeper face. We got an orange Julius over here. These are acacia wood planks. You leave the villagers alone. Who are these guys? Oh, they're the... Yeah, I know them. Okay. Just hadn't seen them before. Tons of villagers here. Wow, this is quite a village. I've not seen something quite this detailed. Just gonna take you around with me a little bit while I look around. More dimlets. Saw an iridium, yeah. Yeah, I can pretty much take it. Ooh, Mayor's Shadow Mage. It's not clicking with that. Oh, he'll trade gold for a survival structure builder. World Gen structure builder. For gold. Alright, let's go get some gold and trade with him. I can do that. So that looks like it was ancient warfare related. So let's get some gold. Actually, it's dump all this. Get 2 stacks and a stack of nuggets and head back to where I was. I know Brink has been doing some ancient warfare. Let's do him again, can we? Not yet. Maybe an empty hand? I think it just wasn't working yet. Alright, so how do we... Okay, we just say trade. And we can say trade. No. Oh, input down here. So trade. And put some more gold in there. And this is a survival builder, village house garden. Alright, I'll take those. Why not take a third? Interesting. I wonder if he, like villagers, will... Nope. He doesn't get more. So that was all he can do. Yeah, that's fine. So this is something, huh? Defend the villagers. What else they got that's interesting here? Little houses that look like regular Minecraft village houses. That one's got some loot in it. Oh, they got a swing. Oh, how sweet. Fountain. A creeper. Oh, a little gazebo here for their outdoor barbecues. Nice little gardens. Oh, there's a sign here. For sale. Ah. The jumping creeper decides to blow it all up. Oh, what's this one? It's got a checkered rug floor. Nothing interesting there. Up here. Not much up here. Going down. Oh, nothing under there. Well, I do like it. And they've got the heavy portcullises. Of course, it's not keeping out the mobs. They need to put more lights down. So Brink has one of these that he built. I could just steal this one. What they got it doing in here? Let's break in. So he had a vertical shaft that stores power. This is just a regular shaft. What's it going out to out here? Nothing. I guess you can hook something up to it. Let's seal it up. Oh, there's the door. I didn't have to break through the wall. Don't know why I'm fixing it. I'm the only one that'll come here, probably. Very cool. Regular one of these. I do like this. This is a nice little layout here. Very serene. Again, using the paddle wheel just for attractiveness and not for any other purpose. Oh, there's a guy over here. Who is this? Oh, it's the mayor again. Oh, he's doing more stuff. Village house, village house. So that's just the same stuff I already did. I wonder if he's a different mayor. There's more than one mayor in town. That's the one I came into? Yeah, I came into this one. Alright, well, that's a neat little village. Oh, there's a third floor in this building. That's right, I saw the stairs. Let's go up and look. More dimlets. More dimlets. Steadfast drone. Might do bees, who knows? All sorts of chests littered about. Fusion chamber blueprints. Alright, well, that was a nice little side visit. But my main purpose here is to get the Hardened Dirt. So let me set up... Which way did I come from? I came from that way. I'll set that up, and I'll be back in a bit. I have flattened it. It is flat. A blank slate to work with. A few bits of grass here and there on this side, and I don't know if I'm going to trim out this side, though there is a floating tree I'll get rid of. I wonder if a bomb hit over here. Yeah, I guess I'll clean up this side a little bit. Yeah, that is a bomb crater there. I need to get some more hardened dirt. Or go and get some from the system that should be still filling in. But yeah, I got plenty of room here to work with. And there are a few villagers left over from that bandit village. Wandering around up here. There used to be more. I wonder if they fell off the cliff. Or, here they all are. One there. One over here. Don't fall off, dude. It's a long way down. Alright, now I just got to figure out the materials. Yeah, I'm going to like it here. It's a good spot. Back in a bit. Some time has passed. Some video was recorded, and some video is now on the cutting room floor, because I have not been having a very good time of it. Nothing I wanted to do has worked out the way I hoped. Even this thing, which is not something I'm actually complaining about, the biogenerator and the crusher, they just chewed up all of the saplings. There are no saplings left. In fact, it's put wood in there. So, yeah, this combination is not viable for running a farm. It uses more than it makes. So, okay, I now know that. Didn't really need the wood anyway. I just wanted to see if it worked. Answer is, doesn't work. That's not what's got me peeved off. What's gotten me peeved off is the Botany mod. This is one of Benny's mods. He added the extra bees and trees, and the butterflies are part of forestry itself. But he added the extra trees and bees. He also added flowers. Now, if you go into Botany, look at all these colors of ceramic blocks and glass, and you can do all these pattern things. Whoops. These patterns, and then there's tiles, and then you can do more patterns. Ooh, yes, I want to do this. I can make a pretty cool base using all this stuff. No, I can't. No, I can't. No, I can't, because getting these dyes to make those things is more trouble than I want to deal with. If it's even possible. There's a lot of bugs in this mod pack. Like, I can only make the gold trowel. The diamond trowel and the iron trowel both have recipe conflicts. I mean, that could be fixed with Mind Tweaker. But at the moment, I can only use the gold trowel. The botanist database is not working the way I'd expect. It's not really finding things. I don't know what causes it to register a flower. I've done all sorts of things with like the orchid, and it still hasn't registered the orchid in the database. I don't know why. I can't even get the orchid to grow properly. Maybe that's why it hasn't shown up. I even made this thing. This is one of the forestry farms, but this one's got a integrated circuit specifically for this mod. And you can see the dandelions are growing just fine, but I don't really have a problem growing dandelions. Though interestingly enough, it doesn't actually produce dandelions. They're growing and dying, but it doesn't produce them, which means I can't get the dye, because to get the dye I have to take one of these, put it in my crafting grid, and then I get the dye I need. Hooray. But there doesn't seem to be any automated way to do that. I thought this would do it, but no. They're just growing. I don't know what the machine is supposed to be doing. It says it's functioning. And as far as I can tell, it's using fertilizer. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I haven't really been watching. I've given it... No, it's been using fertilizer. So fertilizer has been used. I tried putting the orchids in here, and this seems to be the right... I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I've found online, maybe it's an old page. Orchids should have grown on this. The acidic. But I can't get them to grow on anything. I tried lots of different combinations, and they all immediately wither away. Besides that, green was one of the colors of dye I wanted, because, there's plenty of greens in here. And I can't find any way to produce these greens. I mean, if I ask for recipes for these, I don't get anything. Well, actually, I won't give you recipes for any of these, but you can find them in the Master Botanist database if you go into Creative World. I couldn't find any way to get the greens. The only greens I see on all these are their stems. So you can see here, this is purple, red, and yellow mint stem, pink, dark green stem, olive stem. All the green colors seem to just be on the stems. I've never heard of a green flower anyway, so I don't know how you get these greens. Maybe combining the yellow and blue dyes? That's possible. But yeah, I haven't gotten it to work yet, so I guess it probably would be combining the two dyes. So I can make yellow dye with this flower. I don't know. All the orchids I've ever planted have started to wither, so I don't know if I can get orchid. See, these are still Minecraft. These are Botany. If I put it in here, okay, I can get blue dye. So even from the withered orchids, no. I can't combine them, I guess. More than one? Nope, I have no idea. But still, I made some blocks using the yellow dye from those dandelions. The Botany type yellow dye. Probably like this one. Yeah, yellow pigment, Pigment. Mix it with clay, and you can get these stained clay, and that gives you the ceramic blocks. So I had some of the yellow ceramic blocks. But it turns out they're not microblock compatible, so they're still not that useful. And it's not a very smooth color. Here they are. It's sort of noisy. I don't know if I like it. And then I was, with the yellow I can make. It's not that hard to make yellow, because you can just plant and rip up the daisies. So I started combining it with laboratory blocks. I like this sort of ceiling, this sort of drop ceiling, using these anti-block covers. And these anti-block covers in yellow, or another way I can do yellow. These can be microblocked. These cannot. And while this is a sort of a smoother blend, even though it is a bit noisier than the laboratory block, it's not bad. This is also good because it sort of echoes the ceiling. This is a bit smoother over here with the yellow frequency quartz blocks, though they do have the striping to them between. They're not a connected texture. But they can also be microblocks. You can do something like this, where you have a stack of microblocks and then a layer on top, like a pancake. Though I got in here and I made all this, and I'm starting to think egg. Especially this one. For some reason, this one really brought out egg to me. And I said, I don't want to live in an egg house. Yellow and white isn't what I want. So I'm basically going to abandon that. I'm going to have to rip all that up, but I'm not going to do it right now. I've gone through so many different types of yellow block, and now I'm giving up on yellow entirely. This is one of the hardest parts of designing anything, is finding the materials you want to build out of. I mean, the laboratory blocks, the anti-blocks, and both. See, the anti-blocks are nice. Toss that away. They are very bright and a connected texture. I mean, that could be useful. I mean, put up against the contrast of, the laboratory blocks, makes the laboratory blocks look like bleh. But used in the right way, they could be useful in this full bright mode. But they can also be microblocked, and when you microblock them, they lose the full bright. They also lose the connected texture. But then that could be very useful. I think that, and you see I already was playing around with the ceiling here. So I took the light out, I can put that in there. So I like it as, oh, no, I was using the gray. Oh well. You can see there's a gray ones as well, the light gray. But I like the white. So this combination could be pretty good. But I don't know what color to use as my secondary or my tertiary, and I'm freezing again. This happens a lot. Ever since we updated, I don't know what's causing it. And now the microblocks can be, now the laboratory blocks can be microblocked as well. Ah, there it is. It's freezing again. I don't know what it's doing. It seems to be fairly random. It happens often with inventory changes, and it happens when people come online and go offline. Oh, this is a really long one. Am I even going to recover from this one? I may not. Oh. Yeah, there. It was an inventory change. I thought I had more than these. Sure I did. Let me risk doing a sort. No, I didn't have any more of these. Anyway, it's not going to change its texture. It's going to have these borders if I put another one next to it. So, actually, what I can do is just cut it again. It's not in the smallest format, so I can put two next to each other, and now it's freezing again. Yeah, it's definitely that inventory replacement. I may have to turn that off, as much as it's nice. It does get in the way sometimes, and this freezing's got to go. Anyway, yeah. Lose the connected texture, but they can be microblocked now, which is nice. Really wish microblocks could retain their connected textures, but I know that might be a little bit more difficult to do. So I'm back at square one as far as materials go, and I was growing stuff here and growing stuff there, and I don't know. I don't know what color palette. I really do like the laboratory block with the light blue glass, but I'm doing that on the other server. Maybe orange? Orange glass? Let's see. Glass. That's the Botany. I don't want the Botany anymore. Stop tempting me with your vibrant colors that I can't get to. There's Minecraft stained glass. Orange. Get some of those. And now go to... come on, get away. Go to here. Well, yeah, I just need the chisel. and chisel these to that. So let's get some of these, and I'll just go in here for the moment because there's a little bit extra room. It's a bit creamsicle, I guess. That's what I think of when I see this combination. I don't know if I want to live in a orange tinted house. Man, it's hard to beat the light blue. The light blue is just cool. It's calming. I mean, this light blue, cyan, and blue. The light blue is best. The greens are all sort of olivey. They're sort of ugly. There's no bright green. I'd go for a bright green, but the yellow is too eggy. And then the others are all in the red, and I don't really want red, pink, or purple, or magenta. And then white and gray is more. Yeah, basically there's nothing. I got nothing. I may just go with blue again. I'll wait and hear some comments and decide then. Whoa, what happened here? We're in a creative world. That's what happened here. Yeah, I jumped over to creative to try some things out and get your feedback. I decided to bring you along, get your feedback. Now, one of the things I want to do is use... I've started to get a vision of the architecture in my head for the base, and I want to use chisel blocks to have diagonal support structures. So things like this. So I was trying out various white blocks, and a bunch of them like quartz, white-colored quartz, tubes mod plastic, and marble from Project Red. They're not good enough to go along with the laboratory blocks. And I can't use laboratory blocks. I get the same sort of edging like this, which is not diagonal, and therefore it looks bad, which I knew already. And these I knew would probably do the same thing. Marble I was hoping would be better, but there is another marble, and that is from Chisel 2, and that's better. In fact, it's better that these three that are the better ones are longer. These are the three I am contemplating for the secondary material to go along with laboratory blocks. And they are in order: marble from Chisel 2, blocks of plastic from Mine Factory Reloaded, and yes, white ceramic blocks from Botany. And you're thinking, now I've given up on Botany, and I have. But if I were to go with this one, it's at least possible to do without having to muck around too much. By using a mob spawner, with skeletons, I can make bone meal, and I can have an automated system bone mealing the grass and collecting the plants. Get enough of these oxide daisies, put them in a block placer with a block breaker, both aimed at a block of soil, and it will turn these Minecraft oxide daisies into Botany daisies. And then the Botany daisies can be turned into white pigment, and the white pigment can be mixed with clay to make white clay, and then that can be baked to get the white ceramic blocks. So it is possible to do without having to do flower breeding. But the problem with this one is that it's not actually white. It's pastel barf. As you can see there, it's just a whole lot of different, very pale colors in a rainbow confetti texture, which from a distance sort of looks white, though unfortunately that distance is actually pretty far back before it starts looking white, because they're big pixels. So because it's not actually white, though it says it is, I'm not too happy with this one. I mean, that's not the way white ceramic looks unless you've got some sort of fancy glaze on it. Iridescent glaze. And I don't want iridescent in the lab. It just doesn't feel right. So I'm probably going to skip on that one. Probably going to go with one of these two. Now, they aren't as white as the laboratory, or even the whiteness that appears to be from a distance. They are darker. This one is lighter, this one's darker. Darker still. But this one is very high contrast. By that I mean the difference between the lightest pixels and the darkest pixels is quite large. Now if you look at the laboratory block, it's got different colored or different shades of pixels, but they're very close together. They're all, very light, and there's not a lot of range in there. And that's very low contrast. And that looks good. It gives it a little bit of a texture while not varying too far from white. Well, this one, the contrast is enough that if you increase the contrast just a bit more, it'll start looking like cobblestone. I mean, it could be concrete if you look at it like that. And it doesn't look like marble. This one looks more like marble with the streaks and marks in it that marble does. I mean, I'm sure there's marbles like this, but it doesn't look like marble in this usage. It looks more like concrete. And that's what I want. I'd prefer a concrete. But it doesn't look that much like concrete because the contrast is so high. Here the contrast is lower. You see they're very much more smooth in their color choices. But it does have this banding. The top and bottom of each of the blocks are light. And when you put it all together, it gets these stripes to it. And there's a secondary stripe right across the middle there as well. So that's not perfect, but I mean, even with real concrete, you'll get layers and you'll get stripes like that where the seams are. So that's doable too. I mean, it's either of these two I can probably go with. I mean, this one has a higher contrast to the laboratory block in that it's much darker. This one's a little bit closer. It has these streaks, but I can live with the streaks. So I sort of prefer that over this high contrast texture. So I'm leaning towards the block of plastic, which is not going to be a problem to make because if I pick some of that up, the recipe for it is just using plastic, which we can make from raw plastic, which we can make by smelting the rubber, which we can make from the raw rubber that I'm getting from the tree farm, or I did get from the tree farm, and I can again. So I've got lots of rubber. I just got to smelt it down a bunch, craft it together into blocks, and good to go. The marble, a little bit harder. I don't have much. I have just like a stack or two, because I haven't done any serious mining for just everything. Only I've been doing targeted mining, and I haven't needed marble. But using RFTools, I can make an age that uses the same trick I accidentally did with the Yellowite Ocean. And is it going to teleport me or not? Oh, there it goes. They made that Yellowite Ocean accidentally. Well, I can do the same thing and make a marble ocean and have, we have snowmen. And make all the marble that I need. And this stuff goes, all the way down to bedrock, I think. So all the marble I need, that will be possible. Though it took me a few tries to get this to work. And not enough power. I gotta replace it. There we go. So yeah, I can do marble, but I'm still leaning towards the Mine Factory Reloaded plastic as the best. But getting your opinion. I'm also still preferring blue. I thought these sapphire blocks are pretty nice, but it looks a little bit more like a bathroom than a laboratory. So probably not that. Anyway, give me your opinion, and here let's go back to the real world. Real world. Interesting little thing. I came back here to the super flat world, and it turns out, see, something's come up out of the ground here. Well, I dug down, and I thought, what? Why is there orange stuff on the ground like this? What is this? This entire underground cavern is filled with oxygen, as you can see up in my Wayla. I'm swimming in oxygen. Well, flying in oxygen. I don't know if it's supposed to be liquid or, well, it's got to be gaseous because it flows up. Liquid oxygen would go down. It'd be very cold. But yeah, this is an oxygen geyser. Interesting little thing. Anyway, back to it. I'm going to try something new here. This is the marble that I might be using. I figured I should probably get a good supply of it no matter what. So I'm going to make an RFTools dimension with lots of marble. But I don't have that dimlet. However, I think you can make them. So that's what I'm going to try and do now. I'm going to try and make a marble dimlet. For that, I think I need 2 stacks of marble, which I'm laying out here in the world. There we go. And then you slap this sucker on it, the material absorber. Bang. I don't know what its range is, if it'll get it all. If not, I can move some closer. Whatever block you put it on is the block it keys to. There, it's 100% full of marble. There it is. Block marble, absorbed 100%. Place this block on top of another block and it will gradually absorb all identical blocks in the area. You can use the end result in the Dimlet Workbench. So that is what I'm going to do now. So I'll be back in a moment when I've got that set up. Alright, this is the recipe for the Dimlet Workbench. Machine frame, dimlet, some random stuff. And you get this guy, the Dimlet Workbench. And it's got a whole bunch of stuff going on, but I think what I need to do is drop a material dimlet in there. Rubrachium. Okay, I don't think I'm going to need rubrachium. I will sacrifice it for this. Pop that in there, say extract. It's working on it. Doesn't seem to need power. You know, it's still running. I think what I need to do is get this machine infuser anyway. I think the way this needs power, this does need power. So I'll just stick it up here for the moment. Okay. That when you put the dimlet in there, I didn't know it was going to take this long. There's no progress bar or anything, just a busy indicator. I think there's only a chance that you'll get the stuff out. There is a book, the manual, Single Man Seed. What? I don't think I've got it. Manual, Dimension Manual. Make one of those. Thought I had one, but Dimlet Crafting. Alright, that's the workbench. They're made out of 6 parts. The essence item is what my thing is going to replace. You need the right tier of every part to make a dimlet. There's 6 tiers. And there are 3 levels of energy and memory modules. When extracting dimlets, there's a 40% chance for every part that you get nothing. To avoid this, recommend you infuse the workbench. Maximum infused workbench will guarantee that you get all the parts back. So that's what I should do. And I'm just going to go ahead and infuse it while it's running here, because I may not get the parts back. So this goes there, and these go there, and infuse it. I don't know how many it takes, but I got lots of these by using my dimensional miner. Of course, when you break the ore, you get these, and it's the ore I needed to make the dimensional miner get the right thing. I guess I'm going to need more. So what I basically did was let it run in ore mode, just asterisk or asterisk. Oh, it's going to take a lot. I got plenty. Yeah, I let it run with just getting lots of ores from whatever was in that age that I was in. That was that flat age with the oxygen geyser. And once I got a good selection of what was in that location, down 40 and below, which is where this stuff is, I programmed it specifically for each of those ores. I just set up an item stack for each ore type and then inverted it. And then, of course, it started getting stone, so I told it don't get stone. It was Silk Touch on, of course. And then the very next thing I got was this ore. So I had this ore, and I could then clear everything else out and teach it just this ore and turn off inverse. How we doing here? Oh, it's almost done. And done. So it takes several stacks of this stuff to fully infuse. I wonder if it'll remember what it was doing. What it does. Now the question is, did it already skip over some of these and fail? Or am I still going to get everything? I don't know. We'll find out in a bit. That's what I'll be using this material absorber to replace the rubracium that this Dimlet had, and I'll be back in a moment when something happens. Well, so far nothing's happened. It's been a while. Either something will happen maybe overnight, or nothing's going to happen at all. So, anyway, let me know in your opinions of what I asked you earlier in the episode, and I will see you next time for another episode. Take care. Bye-bye. Be good.